Frustrated that your weekend pickup league has no place to play? Mike Scheffler might be able to help you. He is founder of Spaces to Go, and welcome to the Language of Business.
Thank you for having me, Greg.
What is Spaces to Go?
So Spaces to Go is a marketplace for recreational spaces. We partner with community organizations like Boys and Girls Clubs, YMCAs, community centers, sports complexes, and we basically take their available time, post it to a marketplace, and allow you, the consumer, to search for those spaces and book them.
And are they providing it to you free of charge, or are they renting it to you and then you're subleasing it to somebody else?
They provide us with all of their available space. If someone happens to book, we take a percentage of that booking fee.
Is this informal or is it done by contract?
It's done by contract. We have facility partners that we have contracts with, and then the process is pretty much how it would normally go, booking a space, just with more options for the consumer. You would fill out a rental agreement, transmit it through our website, the facility would sign it, and you would be ready to go.
What happens if the same space from week to week doesn't have availability?
Then there are other options out there. That's the purpose of this platform. You might be booking your weekly pickup game in the same location, and then it's not available. We are looking to provide a resource for you to find all the available spaces in the greater Boston area.
Is this initially just local, or are you looking to go statewide as well?
Mostly the suburbs of major cities, so greater Boston area inside the 128 loop, and then looking at New York City, San Francisco, Chicago, other big cities and the suburbs surrounding them.
Why can't the facilities rent the space themselves?
A lot of them, like a Boys and Girls Club, for example, only has a couple employees, and they want to devote their time to programming and to serving kids. They don't have the expertise to market it or the time, so that's where we come in. We help them offload those duties, and we basically make their space available to as many people as possible at a pretty cheap price.
What's to prevent somebody from calling the facility directly and just doing the booking without involving you guys?
That's the trick of a two-sided platform. So our challenge is to basically provide as much value to those facilities so that they're incentivized to draw those bookings through the platform. So if you call a facility, they say go to spacestogo.com, it's much easier this way.
You're a former athlete. How did this idea come to fruition?
That's right. I used to be a basketball player. I was a trainer and a coach, so I've experienced the problems of searching for spaces, not finding the price that I need or the times that I need. And also on the flip side, I've also helped volunteer at a local Boys and Girls Club that had a new basketball gym that was coming in, and they were desperately looking for people to fill it. So I've experienced the need on both sides of the platform.
You're currently solo, you're chief cook and bottle washer. How do you build a business from scratch by yourself?
You rely on your network. Mass Challenge has been great for that. They've provided us with mentors, advisors. We have interns working, we have people working part-time. So at the early stages, you kind of cobble it together, but as you gain momentum, you're able to get more full-time commitment.
Do you ever think the business will grow large enough that you need to bring in professional management to run it?
Well, that's the case with a lot of startups. Some of them get to a point where they've done a good job growing the business and validating the market, and then they need someone to come in from the outside and take it to that next level of scale. We'll see if that's the case. My goal is to take it as far as I can with the talents that I have.
How are you financing the business right now?
So we have a bit of seed funding, and through Mass Challenge, we have next to no expenses. So office space is free, hosting is free, and just the marketing that we're doing that we're paying for, and hiring interns are the only expenses that we have. So bootstrapping is the word at this point in this business.
Sounds like a great business, probably not IPO material. What are you viewing as your exit strategy?
Right now, we're just trying to grow this into the biggest business that it can be. We have some targets for companies that could potentially work alongside us or potentially acquire us. But right now, we have our heads down working and trying to build this into the biggest business it can be on its own.
Instead of going facility by facility, would you consider partnering with, say, LA Fitness or a chain that has a consistent amount of space in more than one location?
Yep, so that's the name of the game in two-sided platforms, is finding the channels where you can reach the most number of customers. So right now, that's why we targeted YMCAs, Boys and Girls Clubs, sports complex chains, because we can reach more facilities with less effort. So definitely more commercial real estate is something that's in the near horizon for us.
You're a recent MBA graduate, you're the business guy. Who does the coding for you?
We have an intern that came in and did a lot of the coding. We had some of it done through contract work, and right now we have a CTO who's taken over. He's the director of engineering for McGraw-Hill, and so he's offered to take leadership on the product part-time. We also have a development intern coming in.
How can you ensure you're both speaking the same language?
That's the challenge. So there's a learning curve on the business side, so that's the challenge for me, is to learn what I can to be able to relate to our developers, but also relying on advisors and mentors who have a lot of experience building products like this.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you so much, Greg.
Mike Scheffler, founder of Spaces to Go.